This is Michael Popok, Legal AF. And speaking of AF, if you thought that Kristi Noem ended her political career by admitting in a memoir that she killed a dog on purpose, what do you think is going to happen to Kevin Roberts, the executive director of the Heritage Foundation and the architect of Project 2025, who at least 4 different witnesses have come out to The Guardian in their reporting to say that he killed the neighbor's dog with a shovel because he didn't like all the barking, and that he was a professor at the University of New Mexico at the time, and that even the chairman of the department remembers that Kevin Roberts very publicly told people in his inner circle that he used the shovel to kill the dog, and if that dog had puppies, he would have killed those dogs with a shovel as well. This is on the heels of, let's connect this to JD Vance. Let's connect the dots for a minute. JD Vance is busy promulgating a false blood libel against the hardworking Haitian community in Springfield, Ohio, and by extension, all Black and brown people that come to this country legally, by saying that he's heard rumors. His constituents of his in Ohio have let him know that a duck is missing. That somebody might be eating, a dog is missing, and maybe we blame the Haitians. Well, if a dog is missing, maybe you should blame Kevin Roberts. Last I looked, he's not Haitian, but he took out a dog, and the family never knew what happened to poor little Loca that went missing to this day until the Guardian reporting got exposed. JD Vance wrote the foreword for the book published written by Kevin Roberts about his right-wing alt-right credentials. And Project 2025, you should read it, is going to be the blueprint for Donald Trump if he ever gets anywhere near the White House. It talks about, effectively, a woman's place is in the home. I'm not making this up. It's, of course, anti-reproductive rights. It's for the installing the church as the head of the country and the elimination of the Department of Education. And that's just for starters. Now, Donald Trump, I guess, had heard about it. Somebody read it to him or parts of it, or he got a Cliff Notes for Dummies version of it. And he said, oh, no, I don't support any of that. What is that again? And there's plenty of people in his inner circle that worked on it. There are people in the Trump administration originally that are contributors to it. JD Vance wrote the foreword for the guy's book. You telling me you want the American public to believe now that we've seen what's inside of it? And it's an American version of Mein Kampf, that you're not going to use it for the first 180 days? When you're a dictator on day one, you're not going to implement Project 2025? And now you know all you need to know, if you didn't before, about Kevin Roberts. About Kevin Roberts complimenting the Supreme Court and their right-wing agenda that's been shoved down our throats and put in other body parts of ours, especially women. And now you know what kind of person we're dealing with. A person that was a professor, apparently, that picked up a shovel and brained the neighbor's dog. And the dog disappeared. The neighbors never knew what happened to that dog. And now Kevin Roberts says that that's a slur against him, that didn't happen, and that he recalled animal control took the dog. Well, they've reached out to the family, and the family says they don't know what he's talking about. Let me read to you from a couple of quotes, just so you don't think I'm making this up, from colleagues of Kevin Roberts while he was a professor that I guess he hoped would not resurface at another time. Here's the statement. When he was at a history professor, this is from the chair of the history department that Kevin Roberts was in while the dog killing incident happened. Quote, my recollection of his account, this is from Roberts, was that he was discussing in the hallway with various members of the faculty, including me, that a neighbor's dog had been barking pretty relentlessly and was, keeping the baby and probably the parents awake, and that he kind of lost it and took a shovel and killed the dog. End of problem. This is a quote by Kenneth Hammond, who was the chair of the department at the time. 2 other people, a professor and her spouse, recall hearing a similar account directly from Roberts at a dinner at his home. 3 other professors heard the account at the time from the colleagues who said they heard it directly from Roberts. So you got people that heard it, confirming the people that were there for it, people that heard contemporaneously from the people that were there for it. None none recall Roberts ever saying that the dog he allegedly said he killed was actively threatening him or his family. This is from The Guardian reporting. When The Guardian reached Roberts, he denied ever killing a dog with a shovel, but he did not answer questions as to why several of the people remember him telling them that. He said instead, this is his quote, he's going to have to try to run away with here. This is a patently untrue and baseless story backed by zero evidence. I don't know. I don't think 5 different people is zero evidence. Unless we exhume the dog that we don't know where it is and we find the shovel, I think this is a pretty strong case against you, Kevin. In 2004, a neighbor's chained pit bull, oh, here we go. It's going to be like an attack on pit bulls, attempted to jump a fence into my backyard as I was gardening with my young daughter. Oh, the all-American pastime of gardening with your young daughter in a backyard. Thankfully, the owner arrived in time to restrain the animal before it could get loose and again and attack us. And then I think the people took it away with animal control. So as a kid, I loved eating cereal. But as an adult, I don't want all that sugar, and most cereals don't give me the protein I need. Then I found Magic Spoon, a nostalgically delicious cereal that tastes just like my childhood favorites, but without the sugar and with a ton of protein. And if you're already a Magic Spoon fan, I got big news. Magic Spoon has turned their super popular cereal into high-protein treats that are light, crispy, and taste just like those classic crunchy cereal bars. Magic Spoon's brand new treats are so delicious, they've already become my favorite before and after gym snack. Every serving of Magic Spoon cereal has 13 grams of protein, 0 grams of sugar, and 4 grams of net carbs, so you can feel good about what you're eating. The most popular flavors are fruity and cocoa, and there's so many more. Magic Spoon's brand new treats are crispy, crunchy, airy, and an easy way to get 11 grams of protein on the go. And for the first time ever, Magic Spoon treats are available in grocery stores with delicious flavors like marshmallow and chocolatey peanut butter. My favorite is Magic Spoon's chocolatey peanut butter treats. And by the way, they're my wife's favorite too. They're our favorite late night snack. Get $5 off your next order at magicspoon.com/legalaf or look for Magic Spoon in your nearest grocery store. That's magicspoon.com/legalaf for $5 off. Magic Spoon, hold on to the dream. The history chairman said they didn't really want to engage with him because, he was sort of right-wing nutty. And so that they didn't want to challenge him about the propriety and the morality of killing your neighbor's dog. But now it's coming to surface. And I think there's no irony here. You got JD Vance running around with the blood libel, dehumanizing hardworking Haitians who were invited to this country by the Springfield business community in order to fill tens of thousands of jobs that couldn't be filled after COVID. And all we had was the proud Haitian community in Miami, business and legal community in Miami, connecting their friends and relatives who were suffering in Haiti to the place that had jobs. I thought that is the proper purpose of immigration policy, to take downtrodden people who are who are yearning to breathe free and bring them to this country and connect them to high-paying jobs and help our economy. Here's the equation that JD Vance and Donald Trump never acknowledge. If the Haitians had not come under temporary protective status, which has been used by every administration, including the Trump administration, to Springfield, Ohio, those factories would have been shuttered because there wouldn't have been enough workers. And so it would have devastated the economy of Springfield, Ohio, the state that JD Vance is sworn to protect as a senator from Ohio. They never answer that. They're too busy using the blood libel of that dark other person ate a cat, which we know is ridiculous. It's just JD Vance trying to get back at the media because there was a vicious rumor that he screwed his own couch that he revealed in Hillbilly Elegy. Not true, but it had that ring of truthiness. And so the meme went around the world and it chapped obviously his ass, and he decided to get back at the Haitian community, which I don't even understand. I think they should worry about cleaning their own house in the Republican Party. I can't recall in my lifetime a story about a Democrat or independent that killed animals as willingly as the Republicans. You got RFK Jr., when he's not busy with his black book of hundreds of people he cheated with against his wife, that's now been made public. He's killing bear cubs and then leaving them in Central Park for unsuspecting people to run across as a practical joke. Or Kristi Noem is killing dogs that she felt were too weak to work on her farm and shot the dog and left it in a pit. Or now you've got Kevin Roberts that decides that while he's gardening with his daughter in his backyard, he picked up the gardening shovel and brained the neighbor's dog without telling them and made it disappear. These are the people that stand in front of church pews as church elders. This guy's a member of Opus Dei, alt-right wing of the Catholic Church. I'm sure he's been an elder. I'm sure he's had some position of power within his church. Is he living his gospel? Braining the neighbor's dog? I don't think so. But this is the charade. We got Mark Robinson in North Carolina, who's out there telling women, pull your skirts down. That'll help so you don't have to have an abortion. Telling people, admitting that he used to look at women as a peeping Tom in their showers when he was a teenager. Participating in a porn site where he called himself Black Nazi. And while in public, he's telling the world that he wants to eliminate civil rights for people who identify as transgender. But on the porn site, he is engaging and watching transgender porn. This is his words, not mine, as CNN has reported. This is let the scales drop from everyone's eyes about what this Republican Party and its depravity has become. Okay? They're supposed to be people we could have our children look up to, these leaders. How can you look up to Kevin Roberts, without seeing now the shovel and the neighbor's dog? We're going to continue to follow the hypocrisy of MAGA and the Republican Party as we bring low these false prophets and leaders who are trying to get people to vote for Donald Trump when he doesn't deserve it. Right here on the MeidasTouch Network and on Legal AF. And good news, if you love everything on MeidasTouch and Legal AF, you're going to love the new channel, the new pro-democracy channel we're doing in collaboration with the MeidasTouch Network. We call it Legal AF MTN. I'll be curating the top stories at the intersection of law and politics and bringing it to you the only way I know how. Without blowing smoke or sunshine, you'll be hearing some amazing new content on a daily basis, hourly basis over on it. Go free subscribe. Help us get to 100,000 subscribers before the end of October. That's our goal. We're halfway there, and we're only 1 week old. Legal AF stays on the MeidasTouch Network as it always has, but new content over there with commentators and new faces that you haven't seen before, along with new shows like Unprecedented, which will be an exploration every week of the United States Supreme Court, starting with the beginning of the October term, the first Monday in October. So until my next hot take, until my next Legal AF, until my next exclusive content on Legal AF MTN on YouTube, free subscribe. This is Michael Popok reporting. In collaboration with the MeidasTouch Network, we just launched the Legal AF YouTube channel. Help us build this pro-democracy channel where I'll be curating the top stories at the intersection of law and politics. Go to YouTube now and free subscribe at Legal AF MTN. That's at Legal AF MTN.